Pablo Picasso. Guernica. Guernica is one of Pablo Picasso's most famous and powerful works of art. Created in 1937, this composition currently resides in the Museum Reina Sofia in Madrid, Spain. The painting is named after the town of Guernica in the Basque country of Spain, which was bombed by German and Italian air forces during the Spanish Civil War. The bombing occurred on April 26, 1937, and it was a devastating attack that resulted in the destruction of the town and the loss of many civilian lives. The painting itself is a mural-sized artwork, measuring 3.5 meters, 11 feet, in height and 7.8 meters, 25.6 feet, in width. It is an oil painting on canvas and is known for its monochromatic palette of black, white, and gray tones. The lack of color intensifies the emotional impact of the painting and adds to its dramatic quality. Picasso created Guernica as a response to the bombing and as a political statement against the brutality of war. The painting was first exhibited at the Spanish Pavilion of the 1937 International Exposition in Paris and later toured around the world, raising awareness about the Spanish Civil War and the devastating impact of war on civilian populations. Guernica is a complex and multi-layered artwork that contains various elements and symbolism of subjects. The painting features distorted and anguished figures, animals, and buildings, all intertwined in a chaotic and nightmarish scene, conveying the intense pain and fear experienced during the bombing. One of the central figures in the painting is a horse, which appears to be in great distress. Its open mouth and piercing eye reflect the terror and agony of the moment. The horse, traditionally seen as a symbol of nobility, freedom, and goodness, is depicted dying in Guernica. This represents the tragic loss of innocence and goodness in the midst of conflict, emphasizing the devastating impact of war on both individuals and natural world. Another prominent figure is a bull, which is often seen as a symbol of brutality and aggression. The bull is a recurring motif in Picasso's work and is often associated with Spanish culture. In Guernica, the bull's presence emphasizes the senseless violence of war and the destructive power of aggression. Towards the left of the painting, there is a mother holding a lifeless child. The image of the mother mourning her deceased child evokes themes of maternal love, loss, and impact of war on women and children. This motif is reminiscent of the Pieta, a common artistic representation of the Virgin Mary cradling the body of the dead Christ. On the far right, there is a woman with her head thrown back in a wail of despair. Her disheveled hair and distorted features capture the profound grief experienced by those affected by the bombing. In the upper right corner of the painting, there is a woman with a lamp emitting a harsh light, illuminating the chaos below. This figure, related to the Statue of Liberty, symbolizes enlightenment, hope, and freedom. In the context of Guernica, it serves as a contrast to the surrounding darkness, representing the aspiration for peace and liberation from oppression. Adjacent to the lamp there are flames engulfing a building. These elements represent the harsh realities of war, the destructive power of technology, and the way conflict can bring both literal and metaphorical darkness. The hand tightly gripping the broken sword symbolizes heroic resistance and the determination to fight even in the face of defeat. It conveys the resilience and bravery of those who resist oppressive forces. The painting features broken swords and spears, symbolizing the futility of armed conflict. These shattered weapons suggest that violence begets destruction and leads to a cycle of suffering. In Guernica, Elements of expressionism are evident in the intense emotions depicted on the faces of the figures, especially the woman crying over the deceased child and the horse with the lanceolate tongue. The distorted and anguished expressions amplify the emotional impact of the painting. Cubism, pioneered by Picasso himself, is characterized by the use of geometric shapes and fragmented forms. While Guernica is not a typical Cubist work, the influence of Cubism can be seen in the way Picasso deconstructs and distorts the figures and objects, giving them a fragmented and multifaceted appearance. Surrealism is reflected in the dreamlike and nightmarish quality of the painting. The surrealistic elements contribute to the sense of chaos and disorientation, capturing the psychological impact of war on the human psyche. By incorporating these diverse artistic influences and symbolic elements, Picasso created a multifaceted masterpiece, rich in meaning and emotion, which continues to captivate viewers around the world. Guernica continues to be a powerful and iconic symbol of anti-war sentiment and the enduring human spirit in the face of tragedy.